What do you think? So how was your IQ? How was your EQ at the beginning, and how is it now? And what do you think has been the transformational change between how your brain functions when I first met you to how it functions now? Because it's, in my opinion, it's a development of both EQ and IQ with the knowledge, but it's a very holistic process, fast track, but very holistic, and it's also bespoke in terms of meeting your particular needs. For example, the way that you were originally self-sabotaging as well.
Yeah, no, I would definitely say like in the beginning my IQ, I guess throughout my life my IQ was kind of like steady level increasing, and then it kind of like, I wouldn't say I was stunted, but like when the EQ went down and then when there were problems and I had to know what to do, that stunted, and that would just kind of like flatline. So I definitely like not to be like not to like put myself up there, but I think my IQ has improved as and my EQ has definitely improved because I think like is say for example if I was combining both of them, like if I was cognitively working on like some like a problem or some schoolwork and I got frustrated, my anger or my EQ was low, my anger or like I'd feel anxious or upset, and it would completely just um take me off track of like where I was cognitively going, and then I just kind of like emotionally go downwards and I have no belief in like trying to get that, to get my cognitive IQ back up because my EQ was a low at a point a low. Um so I would definitely say that like it has been a very transformative transformation. And like I now know, I understand myself more than I have ever understood myself. Like I realized more aspects of my personality, and now having that EQ developed, I can apply it to everything in my life because I know how, what I will like and how I will work and what works better for me, rather than throwing myself into different, I don't know, different study methods or even different work situations or any situation where I don't understand myself at all emotionally and what I truly like, because it would have been back then all really surface level. I wouldn't have understood inside and why I felt so distraught and like um so I definitely feel like my personality has developed as well. And I definitely can say that like when the EQ, because the EQ has definitely like you've helped me develop my EQ, I definitely understand how to better understand my emotions and understand what I want and work in partnership with my IQ. So it's not my EQ, so I'm not, because my EQ was low and I'd self sabotage myself and I wouldn't understand why. And then there would be like no point for the, because even if I was like had a very high IQ, but my EQ was self sabotaging, I'm not going to get anywhere. It's not gonna stop. My high IQ wouldn't stop the low EQ self sabotaging. Like some people, um, like I guess I definitely let my emotions rule over me, even though it's low with the low EQ, the low emotional intelligence was low. It was like controlling my life. And now I do have high, take into more regard about how I feel about things and don't like disrespect or hide those emotions. Um, but now it's no longer like controlling my life. And had we not developed the emotional intelligence, I wouldn't have like be able to make any kind of good decision that would both be beneficial to both EQ and IQ, if that makes sense.